What is up, Sideways fam? Welcome back to the channel. We are here today again with the Z. This is going to be part 2 of the video. Let me go ahead and jump right into it. Customers already come down and leave a little bit more money, so we're going to be going ahead and pushing through this thing. Hopefully getting this car running in this video, getting it set for dyno. We'll have idle stuff, you know, just final product and everything for everything being done. We'll finally get the engine bay completely cleaned up, but it looks really, really good. Let me go ahead and jump right into it and show you where we're at right now. Last video, there was a whole bunch of mess, a bunch of everything everywhere. That's all done. Motor's in the car. She's... looks super dope. I've actually already gone ahead and I just slipped the bumper on so the customer could see how everything was laying in. We got the Mission Motor intercooler already kind of set up and everything. I'm gonna have to do some welding there. I've gone ahead and relocated the harness over here to make room for the fans. The fans are already gone ahead and I made brackets and welded those in, and they are bolted in. It is pretty nice. We're gonna go ahead and use a S13 SR20 radiator. I already had a cut water neck. I already went ahead and swapped out and changed out. I'll have to change all that stuff over to the other stuff we're going to be running. Hopefully test the hood and make sure that's going to fit too, because I mean, it looks like there's enough clearance between the latch and that assembly to fit. Not sure if we're going to have to cut anything, but I do want to get the majority of the other stuff planted up. I mean, we do have the wiring I still need to go ahead and mess with over here on this side. We have the fuel lines I still need to go ahead and convert over there, back there in the corner. Everything's been pretty much ripped out though, so we are good to go. On this side, we just have alternator power and a few things that are just here that I need to go ahead and move and start cutting up too. Probably going to get disgusting because everything is really gross, but I will cut that stuff up and get it hooked up to the alternator. We do need to put an alternator on. This was a mock-up radiator. I have a ISR one that I'm going to go ahead and paint up and put in the car too. We are using a bunch of stuff that we had here in stock to just kind of make this thing happen on a pretty, you know, decent fair budget and everything too. So what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is I'm going to go ahead and try to figure out where the ECU is in there. I'm going to see if I can locate the fuel lines of what I'm going to need to get that going. Hopefully I have the fittings here, and I did go ahead and finish the wiring harness. I mean, I do need to finish, like I said, the intercooler piping today too. I'm going to have to go ahead and cut out these holes and figure out how we're going to run all that stuff, and hopefully I have enough piping. I'm going to try to make it work today. Try to do fuel pump, fuel lines today, ECU, wiring harness, sensors, fill the radiator. I mean, obviously pour oil in it, do all those little knick-knack stuff. I'm gonna hope that I can get everything done today. Should be a good day for that. It's nice and sunny outside, so let's go ahead and get going, guys. So real quick, wanted to show where I'm at. So I've already gone ahead and mocked up the piping. I actually had a pipe here that fit absolutely perfect. I'm not even sure what it's from. Maybe it's from a Mark IV on the other side, but I was able to make it all work in here. Got that to match up and in. I am gonna need a different coupler for up there because I don't have a 275 to 2.5 inch 90. I only have 3 inch to mock it up. Intercooler stuff, like I said, we still need to go ahead and tack that. We've already gone ahead and hooked up the pipe on this side. I ran it through the OEM intercooler piping side. I just put a coupler here for now, just to mate them together to get everything, you know, kind of lined up and everything for now. I'm gonna go ahead and fuse those and weld those together when I'm done. I'm gonna pull the radiator back out right now. We're gonna put a serpentine belt on. We're gonna go ahead and put an alternator on. We're gonna plug the harness in, start hooking up vacuum lines, and then I guess I'm gonna go back through, finish up all the welding, finish up all the clamping, get all that stuff done. I've already gone ahead and put the downpipe in. The clearance for the manifold and everything that we have for the Peepoo's downpipe is absolutely perfect. Looks awesome, plenty of clearance in the runner. You know, the harness is going to bolt into the firewall right there. So, I mean, it's going to be a tight fit, but we'll use some fasteners. I'll fasten it out of the firewall, make that look nice. But we're moving. So let me keep going, guys. I'm trying to get all this done. I am working here by myself. So let's go. Alrighty, guys, well, it's been a couple days. Let me show you where we're at right now. We got a lot of stuff done. We're getting there. I think we're gonna be starting this car up tomorrow. So let me show you what's up. We have our O2 sensor in. We have our fuel pressure regulator mounted with the bracket. I went ahead and already made our custom battery location kit in the box. I'm gonna be installing that to the starter, putting the box in the trunk by the fuel pumps, getting the relays mounted, hooked up to the stuff. I did get the firewall situated for the harness and everything. I was actually able to make it all fit pretty decent. Let me show you what I did. So I did have to go ahead and pull the AC part of the under dash out. You pull the everything out of the glove box here, and I got a clear shot to get the harness in. I'll fasten everything against the firewall, typically how we do for S13. I do have the ECU already plugged in. We do need to plug in an igniter. We do need to go ahead and plug in the fuel pump. We got to put the whole rest of the car back together inside. But I am jamming on this because Danny's supposed to be here tomorrow. Fitment wise, I don't know if you guys saw as well. It doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty good. I've already kind of gone ahead and gone back here. The fuel pump is right there. You have to remove some plastics and a bunch of other stuff too. I need to get the fuel pump relay kit mounted and done too. So I'm going to have to do a bunch of soldering right now. But we are moving. I've already gone ahead and as well done the clutch stuff underneath the car for the pressure plate and torqued all that down. We've already gone ahead and got the water neck stuff situated and everything too. So we're moving pretty good. I am still gonna have to get the power steering finished up over there. So that's gonna be kind of, you know, just, I'm kind of working at this as we go. I have my fan relay kit that I'm gonna be setting up and everything too. I don't know how I wanna cut the lengths yet, but I wanna get everything working done. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and keep jamming on this thing. And I just wanted to show you guys where we're at right now. We already put the alternator on, got the serpentine belt on. I have the crank pulley stuff on for the clutch to get everything done underneath the car. I still need to put the intake manifold bolts in. I can see right here, we are missing intake manifold bolts. So still got a lot to do today if we're gonna be jamming on this thing tomorrow. So let's see what we can do. I'm gonna get this stuff installed right now, and then we're gonna go fasten up all the wiring on the firewall, still pressure wash the engine bay, but let's go guys, come on. Alrighty guys, so I got the fan wiring rigged up real quick. I went ahead and just hooked up the harness to the alternator for now. Start signal and alternator power are here. We're gonna strip this down later after we pressure wash everything and get that all cut down, put some new eyelets on everything and get that finished. I've already had and merged the fuse box that's right here. That's gonna power up the chassis, run a wire from the starter to the chassis, kind of like an IS300, pretty normal for that kind of stuff. Like I said, intercooler and fan stuff is done. BTI is hooked up. We have everything in here pretty much hooked up. I will give you a little piece of advice as well. On this main connector that's down here, the one that's right there that I'm pointing at, you're gonna have your black with red wire on that connector that actually has a 12-volt switch power that you can use to go ahead and power up your ECU, or if you're gonna be wiring up your car like a S chassis, it's kind of cool. Instead of having to go all the way down here to where your chassis connectors are gonna be, you can actually get it up here in the car, which is kind of nice. Kind of similar to, once again, to a Supra. In the back of the car, I've already tested some of the wiring. It does seem to be the same wire colors as a S13. The fuel pump wire is going to be the white with the black wire at the fuel pump side on this side of the tank. I've already tested the pump. We do have fuel pressure. That's going to be good. So all I have to do tomorrow is just verify that I don't need to run any flyback diodes for the ECU, for my relay kits. The fans are hooked up. The fuel pump stuff, I do have it hooked up with the wire going up there. I am gonna have to tuck all this stuff at the end, which is gonna be kind of a pain in the ass, but that's gonna be for a cleanup time after the car is not obviously on the lift and that close over there. I'd have to go ahead and remove the fuse box underneath the dash down there as well to make enough room to even get the wiring harness, or sorry, my battery location wire done. We will be putting the battery somewhere in the trunk back here. For now, I'm not going to mount it remotely anywhere until I, consult with the customer of where he wants to put it or how he wants to do it. Doesn't really matter to me. But tomorrow we'll get the relay stuff kind of all situated. Like I said, we are good to go. I am going to go ahead and plan for Danny to go ahead and come by tomorrow morning to fire up the car on the ECU Masters EMU Black ECU. This is a full standalone ECU with our harness like we typically do for all the cars. There's a lot of cleanup I'm gonna have to do at the end, guys. I just have the bumper off. I just need to do all of the other stuff too. But for now, it is kind of looking like a drift car mess. I do kind of want to get the car pressure washed and clean. I still gotta do custom power steering lines as well to be able to even have the car be completely finished. So we got a lot of stuff to do. Still got to order the Powerhouse Racing AN fittings. I'm going to do an AN power steering tank for him. I didn't like the OEM one. It wasn't going to look nice. So I want to kind of make everything look really, really cool. But all in all, I think we're pretty much there. I mean, I got to take out some piping. I got to run a vacuum line for the map sensor for the ECU, or put an AEM sensor in. And I still got to put the radiator in, make some brackets, or just get all that stuff fabbed up. It shouldn't be a big deal. Let me go ahead and get some dinner. We'll see if I come back and maybe finish up the last button up stuff. If not, I'll get it started tomorrow, and then I'll have the video finished with the car idling and running. We still need to do drive shaft. There's still quite a few things we got to do. So I'm going to go home and clean up. I feel disgusting. So I'll probably be filming again tomorrow, guys, and then we'll jump right back into it. Guys, we just got back to the shop. Let me show you where I'm at. I already got the power steering stuff pretty much finished. We just went and picked up the drive shaft. Let me show you what we're doing. So obviously the car is already running. I've already gone ahead and made the AN lines to the Powerhouse Racing fitting in the pump now. We've also gone ahead and done a PTFE braided hose with crimp ends to the power steering pump and to the rack and pinion that is down here. You can actually see the line right there. We did it all in -6AN. I still need to do some fasteners and everything too, but we're pretty much good. Already did the adapter to push lock to the rack line down there for return. Power steering is actually already full. And what I'm working on right now is, I wanted to show you guys this real quick. So aluminum drive shaft the customer had in the car was already adapted to the Z32 transmission for twin turbo, but what I've gone ahead and done is I thought that I recognized the rear flange pretty well on the back of the drive shaft. So I actually went ahead and grabbed one of our old drift motion adapters that we had lying around, and it turns out that the pattern that we have on this does actually match. So if I go down here, let me see if I can do this while I'm holding the phone. Kind of tight and tough to do that, but dead on of having it actually line up. So I went ahead and luckily we have these 1310, 1350 flanges, these Spicer flanges available in our shop that we use for my buddy's drive shaft shop. So we went ahead and already made him a brand new one piece in steel. Obviously we're not running that front anymore, we're running the Toyota front. You can actually see the difference between the two of just what they look like and everything in spline count. But old twin turbo fuel pump is out. We've already gone ahead and installed the Walbro 525. This is gonna be going in the car right now. So let's go ahead and I got a video of this last time, but the fuel pump is right here on this side. Very similar to S13, not too hard to kind of deal with. So we're gonna go ahead and put it back in. You got your 8mm bolts, so go ahead and unscrew the screwdriver or an 8mm, put it back in the tank. Not too crazy. Hook it all back up, and we're good to go. So let's go ahead and get that together. Alrighty guys, so a quick little update. Let me show you where we're at. So fan wiring is completed and done and grounded. Everything's zip tied out of the way. All the intercooler piping is finished. IAT is welded and intercooler piping is on. Radiator stuff and radiator fab is all finished. Fans already triggered with the ECU. All the hose clamps are clamped for the intercooler, as we already said. I do need to do finalization of wiring on the back, drill a hole for the vacuum line to the ECU, but we're good on that. Fuel lines, everything else has been completed. Headlights now in. We're gonna go ahead and get the bumper on, so the car can look complete, get the grill bolted in, so the car can look nice. We're gonna go ahead and get it off the rack, start it. Shifter's actually already in the car as well. We do need to put the interior back together still, but it is right there already in. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of get it out of the lift area so we can go ahead and work on it kind of over there out of the way. I can film a little TikTok video like we normally do for our page, for our channel, for our TikTok, for our Instagram. We're on the way to getting this thing done and on dyno, so let's go. Alrighty guys, so just pressure washed the bay. I really love that intercooler look you got in the front, just super badass. Grill's in, everything's put together. I mean, we're not finalized yet. I'm gonna still be doing the catch can, but the bumper's on. Shifter shifts, no problem. We're gonna have to obviously delete the pods because it kind of makes it kind of close to your knuckle when you're shifting, and we don't want to be cutting and welding the shifter. But that's all together. Already went ahead and put the battery box in the trunk. I still need to finish the fuel pump wiring. We are having a problem with triggering the pump on. I don't know if when we set up the pumps, I set it up properly, or maybe I have a pin in the wrong location. But for now, I'm bridging it. The car does run and drive. But this side of the car is all back together inside too. Mind you, I don't have the light on, but all together, all nice and clean. Beautiful car, man. Super, super excited. Customer's been here helping me, just checking everything out for himself. We still need to bleed the radiator, but we're doing really good. We're gonna do the part I was kind of worried about, hoping where the hood's gonna be touching this, if we're gonna have to cut it or do any modification to get that on. So we're gonna try to see how it fits, and hopefully it just clips the hell on and we're done. So get that on. Alrighty guys, so another morning. I'm gonna be finishing everything up today. I'm gonna be getting the exhaust done, putting the turbo blanket on. I just went ahead and removed the fitting out of the valve cover for the radium fittings that we went ahead and have. We have our catch can up here that we're gonna be installing our radium fittings, and I have a brand new 10AN line kit we're gonna be installing, so I can go ahead and fasten all the stuff to the firewall. We do have some more cleanup in the inside of the car, but overall this car should be done today. So we'll be going ahead and shooting the video and ending the video today. Let me get everything done, and we'll do a final walk around. Alrighty guys, so twin fuel pump system is already all wired up with my relay kit. I've already went ahead and tucked all the wiring in the back. Battery box is already mounted. We're gonna go ahead and clean up the trunk right now so we can get some finishing touches. Just keep it on going, give you guys an update. So I'm gonna keep working at this. Alrighty guys, so 300ZX is done. Let me go ahead and walk you through everything. It's all finished for final shoots of this thing, and then we're gonna be ending the video here. So let's go. So from the back, got the full exhaust and everything all nice and done from underneath. That's obviously finished. Let's go to the back for the trunk. Everything back here is all put away. Just got some little odds and ends stuff. I gotta put the battery top on the battery. Have it disconnected right now so we don't have any drains. Inside, you can see the BTI is nice and mounted. Shifter's right in the middle, as we said before. ECU stuff's down there. I only have it open because we're gonna be plugging into the ECU for tuning, and then we'll cover it with the carpet. So that's awesome. Close the carbon trunk. Go ahead and get in and open the hood for you real quick. Front end wise, the hood does clear, so it's absolutely amazing. It just clips right in. We're all pretty and done. So radiator stuff's all finished. Power steering stuff is all finished. Fastened and put together. Catch can is done. Got that beautiful comp turbo there. We are gonna have to knock this thing off because it's leaving some residue on here. That's kind of crappy, honestly, but yeah, I mean, she's looking really, really good. So if you guys want to know anything more about this, I've been posting on Instagram. We've been doing some stuff on TikTok. Follow us on there. The whole entire thing will be up, obviously, probably, I guess, today, because I'm going to be go ahead and posting it too. But yeah, it's over. So I'm going to go ahead, and next video will be dyno video. So stay up with it. This motor was in another car. It made 500. So we're only looking for 500 in the car. He can go ahead and upgrade more later. BC264 cams, ECU Master EMU black, custom wiring harness, brand new R154 transmission, got a ACT clutch kit, one-piece drive shaft. I mean, custom fab intercooler piping and all the other stuff, and radiator fab and everything too. But all in all, it's pretty much a stock 1J with the big turbo injectors, standalone BC264 cams. So next time, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.